Greetings to everyone out there in the YouTube land. I'm Ahmed Hassanin, and I just want to give a shout out to Coach Dan. Thank you for all the support you show the team and the players. Everyone hit the like, subscription button, and yell woo in the comments. Thank you, and go Lions.
What's going on, guys? It is Aiden Hutchinson.
What's up, man? It's your boy Amon-Ra St. Brown.
What's up to Lion Talk Live? So we love you too, buddy.
What's up, everybody? It's Calvin Johnson Jr. here, a.k.a. Megatron, a.k.a. First Ballot.
Greetings and salutations to everyone out there in YouTube land. This is Dan Skipper, offensive weapon for the Detroit Lions. Make sure you all help support Lions Talk Live, Coach Dan, by clicking on that like and subscribe button. Everybody, woo!
Well, greetings and salutations to everybody out there in YouTube land. I am your host, once again, Dan Thornton. And man, while the weather may be bad outside, we've got some delightful Lions Talk Live for you this morning. We're going to break down, as you can probably tell from the main thumbnail for today's show. In the main topic, we're going to talk about, some of the expected, maybe predicted moves for the Detroit Lions. We can all probably agree, watching the NFL playoffs, Detroit Lions, they're on par with just about all the remaining teams out there. Some of the teams even in the playoffs, maybe the Lions would have been better than. Whatever it may be, this will be a key offseason. We're going to walk through some of the anticipated moves in free agency, restructuring contracts, maybe the draft, potentially some trades. We're going to get into all of that momentarily. And yes, unfortunately, probably going to replace some players that are a little bit of fan favorites for the team. All right, before we get into the five headline now, before we get into the main top of the day, before we get into the Do Crew comment section, if you haven't yet subscribed to Lions Talk Live, it's a perfect day to do it because you know what? We got about, a foot of snow. And if you're not going outside of work, you can hit that subscribe button. You can hit that like button. You can hit all the buttons. We try to get every episode of the show between 200, 300, 400 more thumbs up or likes, while we're also trying to push towards 16,200 subs, and we're roughly 41 subs away from that if you can assist. Also, if you have a half second of time, you may want to check this out if you're looking to buy or sell property anywhere in the continental United States, let alone the state of Michigan where I reside. Go ahead and give me a call or shoot me a text, 269-998-2384. If you're looking for somebody with over 30 years of representation within the industry of real estate, then go ahead and reach out to me. I'll make sure we save you time, hassle, money, get you a great deal whether you're buying or selling real estate. Go ahead and reach on out to me. All right, with all that done, set out of the way, let's get this rocking, rolling, kicking off, and going forward with 5 headlines now. All right, 5 glorious headlines coming at you. 1, 2, 3. Lions perfect. A Lee McNeil replacement wants to come back to Detroit. Let that sink in. This story is from Sideline Report by Candace Pereira's. Many will probably agree that when the Lions signed Roy Lopez, it was kind of an under-the-radar signing. Many people didn't have high expectations. And you know what? We've been talking about picking things apart from the Arizona Cardinals a lot in the last week because of some of the coaching moves we're making and potentially could continue to make. Picking apart the Arizona Cardinals coaching staff, well, let's not forget, where did Roy Lopez come from? The Arizona Cardinals. You get a bonus high five if you got that one right. It does seem like he became a little bit of a fan favorite and even more importantly, a coaching favorite in the last, we'll say half of the season. Lopez has come out and talked about, he would love to stick around with the Detroit Lions, loves the coaching staff, loves the fan base, loves the environment. And I think you can agree across the NFL, you're hearing more and more people, especially under the MCDC time here in Detroit, that the Lions have become a targeted destination for free agents. Let that sink in for long-suffering Lions fans. You probably remember the only time we really made any kind of free agent signings was when that athlete had no other places to go. So what they do? They took the money and ran to Detroit. Detroit's no longer that situation, though. They do seem to be a place where everybody wants to be. Lopez, will he be back? I hope so, and I think most people would agree. If he returns to the Detroit Lions, if he is re-signed, that's going to be a real boost for the interior defensive line. You can see some of the havoc he was causing later and later into the year. So we'll see if this one shakes out, but I hope it does happen. All right, next up, 5 headlines now. Lions target Penn State guard in Mel Kiper's first 2026 mock draft. SI.com, story by John Macron. 2 people can look at something and have different opinions. You often hear me say that on the show. I don't personally believe the Detroit Lions are going to go for a guard this year. Although if they were to go for one, this might not be a bad pick. If you look at what the Lions have potentially in front of them at the number 17 pick, getting this guy, from the Nittany Lions, he would not be a bad move by any stretch of the imagination. Now, when you look at Tate Ratledge, I think we would all agree he was fairly good there. When you look at Christian Mahogany, his rookie year, I think we all agree it was outstanding. This year he was a little busted up, etc. Was a little bit hurt, but and I'm gonna kill the Nittany Lions lineman's name, but I'm just saying Lauren Olivier Lauren. You guys get it. I can't pronounce it, so I'm just gonna move on from it. But when just looking at the raw data with the guy, he's 6'6", roughly 335 pounds. I mean, he is a massive wall. There's no doubt about it. And then you look at his stats in college. He gave up 1 pressure the second half of the season, only 4 pressures throughout the entire season. Didn't give up a sack since 2023. And you do think about if the Lions really are going to commit to rebuilding that offensive line, wouldn't it be a bad pick? My thought, though, is I see a lot of similarities between this guy and Christian Mahogany, although people can have different opinions on it. Lions get that interior offensive line right, especially if they make a move in free agency to address the center position. Yeah, boy. But my question is, if you did draft this guy, number 17, what do you do with Miles Frazier? What do you do with Mahogany? I guess, there's nothing wrong with having a gluttony of talent. I just think this would be an abundance of guard talent at that. All right, next one here. Detroit Lions pull off a sneaky good hire. The Saturday morning inspection, story by Nick Rudman. Though there's more and more chatter coming out about what the Lions did at the OC spot. Pretzing, whether you like him, didn't like him, what you thought about him, whatever you want to come up with. Here's what I can say. Whether you are a Lions fan or not, there are more national reporters diving in now that they've had some time to digest why the Lions made the hire, what they think will fit in, the pieces around Pretzing, who's 38 years old, by the way. It seems like more and more people are giving this hire somewhere around a B+, A-. And, I can only offer my thoughts based on what I've been able to uncover. Doesn't mean you're going to agree with it, but they're my thoughts. I think he's a real good hire. Now, I know some people said, well, this hire means Isaac Tesla, the trade and everything. That was a waste. I disagree. Just because somebody has a tendency to do certain things on offense as an OC doesn't mean they're going to stick with that 1,000% of the time. I think any coach worth their salt is going to find a way to get the best talent out there on the field. They're not going to worry about, well, my playbook says that I have to use this. They're going to find a way to get that guy out there. So looking at him, the Saturday morning inspection put together a big, long list of stuff. I encourage you to check it out. I do think they got it right. Would I've liked Mike McDaniels? Sure. Do I think I have an idea why the Lions didn't do it? That's probably also true. But the Saturday morning inspection, check it out. Nick Rudman, he goes through a long list of why he thinks with Detroit's current personnel and what he likes to do, plus what MCDC wants to do, they probably got it right. He is an Ivy League graduate, so I'm not going to call the guy dumb by any stretch if he went to an Ivy League school. I don't know enough about him to say if he's bright or dumb or whatever. I can only say this. I think he's a pretty good OC and probably was under the radar, which is why a lot of people hate him. But just because you don't know something doesn't mean it's not a good something. All right. Windows wide open for Enos Rakestraw as Detroit Lions cornerback in 2026. Story by Dave Burkett, Detroit Free Press. My personal opinion is this is probably it for his career. He needs to make it or he will be broken, whatever you want to say. Enos Rakestraw, my biggest problem with him, I think we all agree the guy's an athletic freak. I understand why Brad Holmes and the Lions took him because of all that athleticism, because of what you can't teach that he's got in droves. What I also know is this. He's going to be in his third year and has barely played any time in the NFL because of multiple injuries. He is more or less a rookie defensive back, one of the hardest spots to play in the NFL because none of the rules favor you. Everything favors the offense, and the nuances that you have to learn between your rookie year and your second and third year, he's oblivious to almost. I mean, he's gone through some training camps. He got in a few games here and there. I just don't have high expectations. Dave Burkett, I think he's got a great story. I understand why he thinks this kid can turn around and be a part of the Detroit Lions. I also can say just, it's just based on my coaching experience, I think he's on the outside looking in. Unless he just has a big training camp, I don't even know if he'll be a Detroit Lion next year. I hope he does because that's best for the team. He's got, like I said, he's an athletic freak. He can shut people down from an athletic standpoint. But look at Terrion Arnold. I know many of you don't agree with me when I said, hey, I thought TA, especially his rookie year, was making huge strides. And then his second year last year, I thought he made even bigger strides. I thought he looked like a competent number 2 cornerback. And, he's got size. He could shut down the run. He could do a lot of good stuff. Doesn't mean he was perfect, but I always use the analogy of Ray Crockett or, I don't know, Darius Slayer. You could probably find 20 other Lions cornerbacks that were pretty dang good. It just takes him a couple years to go on. Slay was not anything in the NFL. I mean, he was considered a bust until his third year. Now I think we all agree Slay had a very good NFL career. Ray Crockett, for those old enough to remember him, he struggled his first couple years, and then he became one of the NFL's best cornerbacks. When Detroit didn't re-sign him, Denver snided him real quick, and he was a Pro Bowler, etc. I think Terrion Arnold's going to be pretty dang good because he's gotten a lot of reps. He did miss some time this year. Rakestraw, if he pans out, that will be a massive win for that draft class that's been very mauled over by Lions fans, just saying it was a complete bust outside of maybe Terrion Arnold and Christian Mahogany. But let's hope that Rakestraw can pull it off, and maybe that Dave Burkett's got something here. All right, last one here of the 5 glorious headlines now. Rating Detroit Lions, new offensive coordinator hired by story by SI's Vito Shria. I put this one in here. Obviously, it's very similar to the other story we had in here, just because you get a second layer of thought process from somebody completely different regarding this hire. And I'm not going to spend all day on this because a lot of it's the same stuff. But when they talk about Pretzing, I think we're all seeing more and more evidence now that people have 2-3 days to kind of dive in, digest it, walk through everything. Prior to last year, the Arizona Cardinals actually had a very good offense. Now, last year, you lose your starting quarterback, you lose one of your best running backs, you lost a ton of weapons on the offense, and you kind of just had to make do with backups, third stringers, and a lot of different spots. More and more people are analyzing what he did, Big Drew in the house, and said, hey, he actually did a pretty good job with guys off the street, sort of like we were talking about 2 seasons ago now, with the Detroit Lions defense, how they're able to get something with guys that nobody even knew. Well, we can say this with Drew Pretzing. He did a lot of good things last year and actually put up some decent numbers, even though all the stuff was going against him. So Harrison, Jr., I get he's a star wide receiver, but also look at him last year. He did not run good routes. He dropped a ton of passes, and yet the Cardinals nearly beat, the Green Bay Packers and a few other teams. I mean, their record was not good. But was it because of the injuries? Was it because your starting quarterback, being out and done? I think there's more and more evidence when you look at his totality of time as an OC, as you're getting from SI and everybody else. I think the Lions may have got a sneaky good hire here. All right, we're going to be done with the 5 headlines now. We're going to go over to the main topic of the day. This will be a little bit longer one because I've tried to come up with all sorts of layers to this thing as far as what we can expect and anticipate. Almost should have got Dan O'Damas on here because there's a lot of predictions here. But let's get into the main topic of the day and walk through what we're anticipating is going to happen this offseason. Okay, get ready to dive in with this one because this will be a long one. But we're going to go through all of this one layer at a time. Coming up, the first thing, probably going to be restructuring of contracts. Now, my personal opinion is they are going to restructure Goff's contract. I don't think this is going to be a surprise to anybody. I think that as soon as you saw the numbers and how Goff's contract was reportedly laid out, you knew this was coming. So they're going to restructure and open up roughly. I've got $40 million. I'm going to go with $40.5 million if you want a precise number. This will give the Lions we're just going to round up very slightly and say $57 million in cap space. Then they're going to restructure Amon-Ra St. Brown's contract. St. Brown, for those who don't know, has a $33 million cap hit this upcoming year, fully guaranteed. They're going to rework the numbers, get it down to about $21 million. This is going to put the Lions just over $78 million. Now, could they do more? Yes, but I also think there's some evidence that may be all they need to do. Why is that? Lions have 20.5. I'm rounding up a little bit here. We'll just say $20.5 million in cap space they're going to be able to roll over from this past season to the next season. What's that put you at? Just a touch under $99 million in cap space. Now, keep in mind, you got to keep some of that for draft picks, etc. But I think with that amount of money, you should be able to go out and get 1, 2, maybe 3 key free agents while working some deals for some players who are going to need new deals coming up. All right, so with that being said, probably not some great news here, but until proven otherwise, and based on Brad Holmes' commentary during his offseason presser, I know nobody wants this. I hope I'm wrong in this, but I think the Lions are going to trade Dave Montgomery to the Las Vegas Raiders. Probably going to get around a 5th-round pick. Man, if we could get a 4th-round pick, that'd be great. But I think a 5th-round pick is probably what we're going to get. This would now push the Detroit Lions salary cap to $102 million. 0.2, so just over $102 million in available cap space. With that being said, Lions going to re-sign some of their own. Let's point out who I think the Lions are going to re-sign. We talked about one of them during the 5 headlines now, Roy Lopez. I think, you're going to be able to get him on a 2-year, roughly $7 million deal. That's going to push your cap space back, we'll just say, to right around $99 million when everything's said and done. Alaquin Muhammad, Big Mo. Hey, I think you got to bring him back. He had a breakout year. You have to believe, though, at 31 years old, he's worth a 2, 1, 3, whatever length of time you're going to put on them kind of deal. If you can get him back for 2 years at $14 million, he would have a $5 million cap hit in 26. I think you do make it happen. Roy Lopez, I should have pointed this out. If you do get him for the 2 years, roughly $7 million, that'd be a $3 million cap hit next year. So if I'm right, I should say with Big Mo Muhammad getting re-signed, Lions would still have just over $94 million in cap space. That leads me to the next guy on the hit list, and that's Malcolm Rodriguez. He's going to get re-signed for 2 years and $6 million. That would be a roughly $2.5 million cap hit for the upcoming season. That leaves you with $91.5 million in cap space. Some others of note to bring back. You knew this one was probably going to happen. There's no way you'd ever see him leave the Detroit Lions. That's Tom the Killer Kennedy. He's going to get a 1-year, $1.5 million deal. Take it, young man. Take it and run. Jake the Hitman Bates, 1 year for how about $1.1 million? I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to resign him for more like 2 or 3 years, but for now, we're just going to say 1 year. Rakia Singh, 1 year, we'll just say a shade under $4 million. And then Grant Stewart, 2 years, $4.5 million. That'd be roughly a $2 million cap hit coming up. With all this done and said, this would leave Detroit with, $83.2 million in available cap space if they don't restructure anybody else. Lions, I know everybody's going to hate this. Tyler Linderbaum sneaks out of here, doesn't get to the Detroit Lions, but the Lions do sign center and another guy, I'm going to absolutely murder his name, Halate Fote. So he can pass block incredibly well. And that's why I went after him. Run blocking isn't as strong as his pass blocking, but we all get it. The Lions got destroyed in pass blocking this year. And, not that the run blocking was much better, but I do think they're going to be able to get him for 2 years, roughly $7.5 million. We're just going to round up slightly and say it's a $4 million cap hit in 26. That's going to leave him with $79.3 million in available cap space. With that being said, Kiwi Payne, most of you guys know him from the University of Michigan. He's going to reunite with Aiden Hutchinson. Aiden Hutchinson leads the bandwagon to recruit him. He's going to sign with the Detroit Lions a 4-year, $72 million signing. That would be a $10 million cap hit in the upcoming season. still leaving the Lions with just under $70 million in cap space, specifically 69.3. Tight end Isaiah Likely, most of you guys know him. Run heavy scheme is probably what we're going to get next year with the new OC. We know Dan Campbell wants it. He's a heck of a pass blocker and run blocker. And yes, he can catch passes too. 4 years, $52 million. That's going to be a just under $7 million cap hit in the upcoming season. That leaves the Lions still with $62 million in cap space. How about a cornerback, Alontae Taylor? We're going to bring him on over for 4 years, $12 million, $5.5 million cap hit. Guess what? Lions still have $57 million in available cap space. We're going to address the offensive line a little bit more here. Jonah Williams. Dan Skipper's looking to retire. This is not going to be a make or break signing here, but it's going to add some stability. And you know what? Williams has been a starter for the Bengals and the Cardinals. So we always talking about the Cardinals on the show in the last week. But injuries have limited his availability. And if you don't think that plays a factor in Brad Holmes' decision on who to sign, probably haven't been paying attention to Brad Holmes. But anyways, 2 years, $12 million, just under $4 million cap hit in 26, $53 million still left on the table for cap space. This means the Lions will lead to extensions. Lions make Jack Campbell NFL's highest paid linebacker. And you probably knew that's coming. He's going to get a fifth-year option extended on him. But with the contract details, let this sink in. He's probably getting a 5-year deal, $116 million, $10 million cap hit in the upcoming 2026 season, $42 million guaranteed. Lions would still have $43.3 million in available cap space, which means, check this one out, Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be the NFL's highest paid running back. At least when this deal hits, he's going to get a roughly, let's see where I got the numbers here, 5 years, $63 million, signing, $1.3 million, let's see, it's 5 years, $63 million, $55 million guaranteed, part of the fifth-year contract extension or option, I guess it would be. Estimated cap space after that, we're just going to say just around $42 million in cap space. Now, we've taken all that information. I'm throwing a lot of information at you. Now, let's apply all this to the NFL draft. Round 1, pick 17, Caleb Moll, the offensive tackle from Utah. That's right, Lions need a tackle. Taylor Decker's been shown the door. Yes, you do probably going to resign or try to resign a couple tackles. Whether I'm right on who we got here with Williams, I do think Williams would be up there. Maybe Manu helps out a little bit. You guys get it. There's some options here. But with Caleb, I think you get him. You probably got your tackle for the next 8 to 10 years. And yes, he's a mauler. Taylor Decker is probably going to go. Loom is one of the best tackles in the draft and a guy who can play either side of the line. Let that part sink in. If the Lions really want to move Penei Sewell over to left tackle, Luma is going to play right tackle and just do a fine job of it. It doesn't mean he's not going to make rookie mistakes. Keep that with all of them. This next one, you guys are probably going to throw some shade my way, but it's part of the job. Round 2, pick 50, Kamir Ramsey, the safety out of USC. No, I'm not picking him just because he went to USC. I'm picking him because of uncertainty with the Lions secondary, specifically the safety room. We are all assuming Brian Branch is going to be fine at some point next year. Probably same with about Kirby Joseph, but we don't know. And you want some stability there. So whether those two gentlemen are right as rain come the start of next season or have to miss some time, Ramsey's going to fill in just fine. And there's nothing wrong with having a three-headed monster back there. Here's the Lions. The Lions would get a lot of flexibility too, because if Brian Branch does return to full Brian Branch, you can play him at the slot. You can play him at linebacker in certain situations. And now you still have Kirby and Ramsey in the secondary fielding all around. You got flexibility. We all get it. The more flexibility you can have on D, the more problems you can cause for the O. All right, round 4, pick 118. Katron Allen, running back from Penn State. With Montgomery gone, the Lions are probably going to have to address the situation. It's nothing against Jacob Sailors or other people on the lineup, but I think there's a whole lot of similarities between Montgomery and Allen. He may be one of the best pass blockers in the NFL draft as far as a running back. He's a slightly better receiver, in my opinion, than David Montgomery. And not that David Montgomery's a slouch, but I'm trying to be as analytical as I can be here. Next one, round 5, pick 150. Carson Beck, quarterback out of Miami. And probably a lot of Lions fans will be happy about it. Kyle Allen, maybe he's coming back, maybe he's not, but either way, the Lions would have a quarterback they could slowly groom for the future. Is Beck going to take over for Jared Goff? I don't know, but at least you have an option and a low risk with high reward with Carson Beck. Walking to some other picks here at 174 from the Raiders when we trade Dave Montgomery, if I'm right. Let's see, Naimani Tucker, edge out of Western Michigan. Yes, I know who this guy is because I live in the doorsteps or the shadow of Western Michigan University. He is an edge rusher, and he's one of the better ones in probably the draft, but he comes from a smaller D1 school. He will need some time to adjust fully to the NFL level. So sort of like with Hassanin this year, there's some similarities there. Do you expect him to be, I don't know, off the charts good his rookie year? No, but between James Houston, Ahmed Hassanin, and now Tucker, you do see some similarities. Now let's go with pick 180, just a couple picks after that last prior one. Dalen Bentley, tight end out of Utah. What's he do? He run blocks and he runs short intermediate routes. What are we seeing the Lions may be trending towards? A lot of 12, 13 personnel. He fits like a dime. Pick 187. Another name I'm not going to pronounce very well. Ethan Anua, offensive lineman from Ohio State. And if I killed the name, hey, you know what? Par for the course. But the Lions are going to address some more offensive line depth with this one. How about Jaden Lucas at 204, cornerback from Clemson? He's got some abilities. He fits in a lot of different schemes. I do think the Lions are going to play more zone the upcoming season than they did the last few years. He kind of fits in with that. And hey, doubling down on a spot here, Jake Belling. He is a tight end from Michigan State. I don't know a ton about him, but watching him, what's he fit in to do? What the Lions' new OC wants to do, wants to run block, pass block, and get out and catch passes, kind of does all of that. All right, I just threw a boatload of information at you guys in a very short amount of time. You guys are going to probably fight me on some of these picks. Maybe you'll love some of them too. I don't know. But let's get over to the Duke Crew comment section and see what you guys have to say about all of the above. Let me scroll to the top of the screen. 1, 2, 3. Hold on. Still scrolling. Still going. Henry Moore. Good morning, Coach Dan of the Duke Crew. What a team. Exclamation point. What a time. What a podcast. What a time to be a Lions fan. Woo! And back at you, Johnny. Morning, folks. Good to see you. Bo, good morning, Duke Crew. The future is bright. Woo! It's so bright, you might have to wear shades. Johnny, good morning. Henry, Carrie, good morning, everyone. Conan, this could truly be a make or break off season. Good morning, all. Yes, it could be. Lions hit on some of this stuff with free agency. And just think, we left off with basically Lions having $45 million in cap space. You could still go out and make an additional move or two, maybe. Henry Moore, good morning, Johnny. Henry Moore, say Bo, Conan, good morning. We'll say it all. Trey, what's good, everybody? Question mark. If we can get that offensive line humming again, we can be deadly. I like the way you're thinking, like a dope melody. Johnny L, I'm not worried about Nelson. I'm not sure. Oh, who's Nelson? There you go, David. Johnny, spell check is a pain. Anything that's what we're supposed to say, I'm not afraid of anything. Okay, I'm glad you're not afraid of anything. Let's try that again. I'm not worried about anything. Well, not worried or afraid. How about that? Big Eddie, spell check gets everybody. Anyone know when free agency officially starts? Next month, man. And March, actually, but you guys get it. You start being able to talk to people. Vince E., good morning, Coach Dan, Duke Crew, back at you, Attila. Good morning, everyone. Like March 12th or something like that. Yes, Vince E., yeah, correct. Johnny, I believe we're going to have an awesome season. I do too. Jess, hey, let's get this day going. Anyone see where parts of Russia got over 20 feet of snow in 2 days? Shake my head, skip that. I know the wife showed me, or maybe I showed the wife, whatever it was. Last night there was some guy in Russia who jumped off the third story of a building and right into the snow. So I don't know how high, 3 stories are, but to your point, it was pretty high. Attila, March 11th. Yes, thank you for that. March 11th, 4/26 is the start of free agency. Thank you. The Ides of March since Bo. Carrie, looks like Broski is hibernating until the draft. It's probably not been a good couple weeks for him in regards to the Lions and the Bears. Just greetings, salutations, Duke. I question if Cheap Brad will free up enough money or even try to really sign any players worth. Prove me wrong, Brad. According to my predictions, he will do that, but wait and see. Good morning, Johnny L., Henry, Bo, Carey, and I'm hoping his is a good news on money? Well, we'll find out. I hope I'm wrong with that prediction. Attila, NFL Combine is the week of February 23rd. Yes, correct. Let's see, Jess Broski got swept by us, quote, again, and then watched his team throw the playoffs away. Hey, poor Caleb Williams. Yeah, he had some bad passes there. He had some good ones too, though. All right, Johnny, I believe that Brad can't afford to be cheap right now. Brad cannot be cheap. I think he's got to go for it. We're going to do with Broski. You never know if he's in here with one of the fake accounts. You probably take a guess, though. Johnny, Brad, I know. Moonscar, good morning. Duke Crew starting lineup. Exclamation mark. I survived my drive doing 35. Blizzard with no visibility on I-94. Well, I'm just glad you're safe, man. France, Brad is a penny pincher. I don't know. Maybe you are right, Coach, that he's worried about his job. Therefore, he will spend, question mark. I think the Lions, you're just at that time frame where I get why you've been cost efficient. I don't want to say cheap, cost efficient in the past. I just think the time is now to push some chips. Maybe not everything into the middle of the table, but I'd be pushing a whole lot into the middle of the table. Until with so many moving parts, cuts, retirement, health, and see KJBBTA Laporta, all the above. France, where is I-94 Moonscar Blade? So it connects more or less, I want to say, Chicago to Detroit. That's probably a good way to word it. Johnny L. Moonscar, I bet that kept you awake. Yeah, no sleeping on that wheel. Hookadoo Moonscar, I'm thinking your better option would be staying home. Exclamation point. Hey, if he could. Johnny L. I love driving in that stuff. Hey, I got good news. A lot to be driving out there. Attila, be right back. We'll see you soon. Jen, good morning. Oh, exclamation point. Henry Moore, good morning. Jen, Drake, what's up with St. Brown going after the fans on his podcast? I don't know anything about that, so I can't really comment on that. Look at it. All three of my Jeeps are four-wheel drive. I'm good. Hey, enjoy. Moonscar. I need 4 runs east-west about 40 miles north of the Michigan-Indiana border. All right. Jen, good. Hey, good morning, Henry. Drum Reaver. Good morning, Coach Dan, the world-renowned Duke Crew. Exclamation point. Let's go, Lions. Woo! And back at you. Moonscar. Let's just say the rumble strips and a semi going 35 kept me on the road. Enjoy. Hookadoo, great morning, Jen. Susan, you drive a semi Moonscar Blade? We'll find out. Vincent, be safe out there, Moonscar Blade. Miles Mark, greetings, salutations, coach and crew. 8-0 sunshine tax in the state. Hi, Hookadoo. All right, enjoy that tax-free. Moonscar Blade, Hookadoo, when I get there is a 6-mile stretch until the next exit. By that time, you're committed and already halfway to work. Enjoy the ride to work. Well, it sounded like you enjoyed it. No, I'm not a semi driver, but when a semi is going 35, you know it's bad out. Probably true. Hookadoo, good morning. Great morning. How about that, Miles Marker, sir? All right. Jen, Drake, I watched this podcast and he just made an observation of what he was seeing. I believe he was taken a little out of context. Plus, he's a new coach and wants to have his back. I'm down with that. Yeah, 100%. I don't know what they're talking about, but sometimes, yeah, a lot of times things are said on air and maybe just taken away, not meant. Who knows, man? Jimmy, greetings, salutations, Dan the Duke Group, back at you. Hookadoo, don't get yourself stuck at work. There you go, Moonscar. Yeah, you might have to sleep there overnight. Steve Rogers, do we think the team pulls off any pre-draft trades? It is possible for sure. Dennis, good morning to all. Exclamation point. Back at you. Trim Reaper. The hearing of DP signals Knuckles' return, in your opinion? I hope so, man. I hope so indeed. Johnny L. Brad better do everything that he has not done so far. We'll see if he will. Moonscar Blade. Roads should be all cleared. It's bowling night. I don't want to get home until after 10. Sometimes I just put it in neutral when you go to stop and you let the weight of the snow slow you down. Yeah, there you go. Hookadoo, or call work and make sure they didn't close Moonscar. Probably will let them know, I assume. Vincent, Johnny, 100%. Jimmy, I'm currently at the airport on my way to West Palm Beach, Florida. So I'm listening to you on my iPhone. Well, enjoy it, and hey, safe travels. Jen, Trim Reaper, 100% agreed. Hookadoo, I agreed. Trim. Pat, a lot of snow came down overnight. Wow, a whole lot. Queen Mary, good morning, Drew Crew. Hope everyone is staying warm today. Bundle up if you have to go out, and please be safe. Well said, Queen Mary. Hey, more. Good morning, Queen Mary. Moonscar Blade, Jimmy, I hope it's warm down there for you. Yeah, I know of parts of Florida got snow. I want to see yesterday or the day before. Carrie, and if it goes all the way from Detroit up to the thumb. There you go. Let's see, Tori, what do you got? I see Mel Kiper put on his mock. He did put on a mock. Hookadoo. James, I heard Palm Beach got 12 inches of snow. Man, I hope not. Moonscar Blade, I hope so, says Jimmy. Queen Mary, good morning, Hookadoo. Henry, Trim, Johnny. Hussey Manley, good morning, Coach Dan of the Duke Crew. Great time. Always great time to see you. Good afternoon, Cairo. Henry Moore, good afternoon, Mr. Hassani. Hookadoo. Queen Mary, Bull, Duke Crew for the Queen. Yes, go bowling. Queen Mary, good morning. Carrie, Mr. Hassani, James. Amy, good morning, Dan. Duke Crew, get any running done this morning. The Arctic Blast is due, about to start at 12. Everyone be safe and keep warm. Susan Scott's Moonscar Blade, I am retired semi-truck driver. Enjoy your time not driving. Carrie, morning, my queen. Hookadoo. Great afternoon, Mr. Hassan. Oh, yeah. Let's see, Moonscar Blade. I hope we either draft one of those Utah tackles. Hey, you hit that one. Or that Miami defensive end from Miami, Ruben Bain Jr. His tape is phenomenal. All motor, can attack from many angles. Quick off the snap versus top competition. I agree with all that, 100%. Mary, good morning. Amy, how are you feeling this morning? We'll find out. Moonscar Blade sheds blocks at the right moment to stop the run from highlights, of course. Okay. Jimmy, good morning, Queen Mary. How are you doing today? We'll find out. Mary, I'm doing good, just cold as heck. I'm trapped, wrapped up like a polar bear. Well, stay warm, I guess. Johnny L, he sounds awesome, Moonscar. Indeed. Hassan Manley, good morning, my friends. Hookadoo, Mary, Queen Mary, and Henry Moore. Amy, good morning, Mr. H. Mary, Mr. H again, doesn't have snowstorms, but summer temperatures must be brutal. Exclamation point. 5 fingers ready. I think we trade up in the draft like round number 10. I could see that happening this year. 100%. Lauren, good morning, Coach Dan of the Duke Crew. Back at you. Stephanie, just wanted to say hi, Duke Crew and Coach. Back to the grind. Stay safe out there, I guess. Riley, Lions Talk Live, 100%. Good morning, everyone. Love to each of you from Utah. Enjoy the early morning in Utah. JK Moonscar Mule mocktail refreshing with Redmond salt. I'll check into that. Moonscar, Bo Booth. Who are we going to trade with? Man, I don't know. Riley, Lauren Van Esch, strong 100%. Amy, thank you for asking, Mary. I am on the mend. How's your health? Question mark. And your course, Coach Dan. Flus are going around. Yeah, I know we have one of my assistant coaches got the flu. I want to say a player, maybe even 2 have it. So, I mean, it's unavoidable. Any more? Be careful out there, Stephanie. Hassanin Medley. Good morning, Queen Mary, Cynthia, Jen. Trim Reaper. What do you got? Is a good first round pick? Boy, Tegra. Well, I'm going to kill that name. I'm going to try. That I don't know. I would have to check into it. Hookadoo, Stephanie, when is your match? Kick some butt. That I don't know as well. Johnny L, peace out. I'll catch you all tomorrow. I'm just going to listen in from here on out. Enjoy the show, my friend. JK, Steel Splinter Skipper. All right. JK, good morning. Hassan Madley. Trim Reaper, looks like I chose the wrong day to stop sniffing glue. I think I've heard that somewhere before. Woodscar Blade, Johnny L. He has looked good to me. Looks like he has good bend, 6'3", 270 pounds. He looks like he is already has moves to set up tackles to blow them up, power into them. Check him out if you can. All right. I'm going to Lauren Riley. Morning, fellas. Thomas, smack that like, y'all. Thank you for that. JC, ready salutations, coach and crew. Exclamation point. Lauren, busy morning, crew. Just listening today. Nothing wrong with that. Riley, Hookadoo is strong 100%. Attila, I support what Amara St. Brown said, just because we see it on a daily basis online and in chats. Okay, yeah, I don't really know what he said. I say, Manley, good morning, Mr. Johnny L. and JK. Chat the story and trade for the forwards for some good owners. See if we can make that happen. Jackie, good morning, Duke Crew. Riley, Attila the Hun. Jackie, good morning, exclamation point. JK, Attila, yes, St. Brown's said most fans, not all, and those fans know who the heck they are referring to. Funny. Okay. Attila, isn't Bain top 5 pick? We'll find out. The JK said, no, what's good, Riley? Queen Mary? Yes, me to Attila. I don't think he said anything bad, just asking fans to relax and give Drew a chance. Yeah, 100% there. You know, most of us don't know enough about him to have an informed opinion. I know limited, and what my limited research is probably not the best research. Thomas, I do not believe fixing the offensive line is going to take much. Get back to Sonic and Knuckles by adding a quality center. Fix the D. I'm down with that, 100%. Dylan, good morning, Riley. Let's see, Riley, JK, good morning, my friend. Easy, appreciate the live stream. Hey, I enjoyed doing it. Hopefully it works for some of you guys. JK, I was checking Syndicate channel yesterday. Funny stuff. That dude starting a cult. They are no fans. Yeah, I haven't seen Derek in a minute, so I'll have to check it out. Let's see, Gary. I would like a proven veteran defense tackle or edge to go with Hutch. We already have Med and Muhammad. Draft a center, Spencer Fanu, and Slaughter. Okay. Joe, Syndicate is a child. I don't know how old he is, to be fair. Moonscar, I agree. I think we have guards that can do the job. We need a strong center to make the guards look better, and a tackle. Kuiper is a dope. We all know that. Hey, he's been doing it a long time, and maybe not always accurate, but he take him for entertainment. That's what I try to say. Thomas, fix the offensive line as simple as kicking field goals in the first half and in range. Stop trick play, thirds and ones. Back to run first, then play action. The D is the real problem. Amy, please punch those buttons for our great Coach Dan. Thank you for saying that with an exclamation point, Amy. Simo Soup, good morning, Coach Dan and the Duke crew. Absent yesterday. Had to sleep in. Tardy today, but present. Oh, hopefully you got some good sleep and caught up on some sleep. Who Motor City Mania? Dave Pike did a nice show on Pez yesterday. I know he sent that over to me. I like David. He's a nice guy. But I like Derek too. I like everybody. I try to get along with everybody. Let's see, Mary. I like Ben. Karma from Indiana. I'm down with that. Don't know enough about him. Muskar Blade. I say there is a 25%. Brad Holmes stays at 17. What say you do, crew? What percentage would you put it at? We'll find out. Cynthia, good morning, everybody. Exclamation point. Thomas, looks like we can talk OC and we'll till it makes us vomit. Deal is we don't know anything until game 6 regular season. Yeah, then you probably have some evidence behind it. Let's see, Henry Moore. Good morning, Princess Cynthia. JK, more like man-child. Okay. Trim Reaper. Good morning, Cynthia. Queen Mary. Good morning, my sister Cynthia. Reversion of the mean. Georgia left tackle feeling will continue to climb in rankings now that he is declared. He may be the Lions pick. Yeah, we'll find out what the Lions pick will be in time. Trim Reaper. Hi all to all the Lions Talk Live Queens. I like the way you're thinking. Easy. You can tell he's very intelligent. I watched his Arizona press conference. We'll check it out. Woodscar, Kerry. I think Fano is gone by way too early, but maybe his counterpart from Utah. Yeah, maybe. Cynthia, good morning. Queen Mary, Henry Moore, Henry, Mr. Hassanin, and Trim, exclamation point. Hookadoo, let's see, the grittiest morning, Cynthia. Thomas, players, one more injury, bye-bye. Rakestraw, Baki, Davenport already out the door. Yeah, I think Baki and Rakestraw are still under contract. Davenport, though, would need a new one. Trim Reaper, I can't believe I hear Lions fans calling T a bust. Some do. Reversion, fans 5 TA a hard time because he is a man cornerback that uses hands. It's the hardest position to transition to the NFL. He is good. Yeah, I think he's only getting better. Let's see, Thomas, depending on his injuries, Rakestraw might be switched to safety. He did play some safety in college, so you are correct there. That is a possibility. Queen Mary, we have a press today. Welcome to Detroit, Drew. Let's all watch it and see what he has to say. Hookadoo, spins your head, doesn't it? Trim. Cynthia, good morning. Hookadoo, thanks. JK, it's fun to be a good presser, Mary. I hope so. Trim Reaper, indeed, sir. Thomas, Taryn is a good player, was getting better every game. Again, got to be on the field. Yes, got to be on the field. Motown Mitch, the fact that we consider Slay as our greatest cornerback since Night Train Lane says all you need to know, Lions need cornerbacks in a bad kind of way. If Rake can't ever make the roster, Lions need one more cornerback. Yeah, that's a fair question. Would he be the best since Night Train Lane? I would probably say I would go with Ray Crockett. To me, Crockett was a complete cornerback. Played zone, played man, support the run, hit hard, could locate the ball in the air. But, I mean, you're splitting hairs, man. I mean, there's been a few good ones. Let's see, Hassan Malley. The only way to win the Super Bowl to get the younger talent players, love football, hungry off success, culture, team players, and good expert. How about that? Offensive center, defensive coordinator, maybe offensive coordinator, defense coordinator. We have good organization. Good morning, and head coach, go Lions. And good afternoon to you, my friend. Hookadoo, wise words, Mr. Hassani. I concur. The Dream Reaper, how is Mama Adamas healing up, coach? She's doing well, man. She's doing well. I got to call her today just see if she's all set for the cold winter blast we're going to have tomorrow and the next couple days. Let's see, Moonscar Blade. What up, though, Motown Mitch? Hope you are doing well. I agree. Fake Straw needs to get real this season. I hope he does, man, JK. I hope he does. Trim Reaper, the Egyptian magician is one of those young, hungry players. In your opinion, I think you're right. Server, good morning, everybody. Exclamation point. And I'll leave it at that. Fair enough. Queen Mary, JK, I can't wait. Reversion to the main. I have a feeling that Monty's drama is over with the OC signing. I hope so, man. Trim Reaper, of course, we do make it happen. Thomas, we'll know how serious Sheila, Brad, and Dan are by day one of training camp. Will we get a playmate for Hutch? Do we have a stud center? Is Decker coming back? If so, great. If not, Frazier, right tackle, Panay Sewell, left tackle. Okay. Bus driver Brent, good morning, Coach Dan, the Duke crew. Hit that thumbs up button, and woo, thank you for that. Stay safe on the roads driving, my friend, if you have to drive today. Trim Reaper, TK85 is still alive. He is, man, running around doing stuff. Server, Dr. Drew's system would be perfect for David Montgomery. Perfect. Exclamation point. Get back to David Montgomery, following those slow developing counters to the right and flow with the heavy dose of Gibbs to finish off. Maybe they will. Thomas, would be a huge mistake for the Lions. The team that could use Knuckles the most, Denver. There you go. Now, smart. Good morning, bus driver Brent. Dennis, I still think we should keep Monty. Me too. If we do trade him, I would rather see a player in return to be a contributing factor on the D or offensive line. Maybe that's where they'll go with it. Trim Reaper, Lions have to resign Davenport if we stand a chance. That's some outside the box thing. Hookadoo, Silver, I love your way of thinking. Exclamation point. JK, Doc Drew will be at the presser, I hope. We'll find out. Bus driver, good morning to you, Miles Meyer. Silver, Hookadoo is smiling Lions football. Okay. Trim River, Mato Milo will be a great replacement. Maybe that's where they'll go. Thomas, a while back, people were laughing at Green Bay because Parsons got hurt right now. Now doubling Sonic's load. When he gets hurt, then what? Huge mistake if we dump Montgomery. We'll find out what they do. I hope they don't, but it doesn't matter what I think. Dennis thinking Trim needs a few wake-ups. There you go. Exclamation point. Trim Reaper, damn hurt is essential. Agreed? Probably to each their own. How about that with that? Hanson 14. Good morning, Coach and Duke crew. Get the O-line beefed up and play some smash mouth football. Lions used to punch you in the face for 6 minutes. Go Lions. Let's see if we can get back to that. Hookadoo. I would have to totally agree with you, Trim. Trim Reaper, Conkle, a good fit? Maybe. Queen Mary, I'm going to be so hurt if D Monty leaves. I think we'll all be in that same boat. I don't think anybody wants to see him leave. JK, Trim, good ideas mostly. Trim Reaper, Hookadoo, I'm offended. Thomas, answer 100%. We were 15-2 when we ran first to set up the play action. All right. Trim Reaper, they mostly come out at night, mostly. All right. Hookadoo, Mary, they let Monty go. I'll be upset. I concur. JK, mumbo jumbo scheme. Maybe it is just that. JK is laughing. Reversion of the mean. I think Beck pick is realistic. He's a real life Sith and sloth. All right. Joseph, Monty is a very good pass catcher. Yeah, very good. Very good. Thomas, yo, MCDC, yo, exclamation point. In the first half, in field goal range, 50 on in, kick the field goal, knucklehead. You cost us minimum 2 games last year, being an ego strong maniac. All right, Silver, Coach, Kirby's knee is a huge concern. They talk about a degenerative condition with bone tissue and ligaments all rubbing together. They are talking about stem cell treatment. Huge Kirby question. Yeah, I'll go with that. Silver, excellent pass catcher. Pepper, they ain't trading money, bro. We'll see. I hope they don't, man. I hope they don't. Dennis, does Manu have a place in the Pez offense? Could be our Dan Skipper replacement. Could be. I actually kind of wondered last year if that would be his kind of fate. Now, I know a bunch of us talked about it. We'll see what shakes out in time, obviously. Johnny Gaz, good morning, Dan and Duke Crew. Exclamation point. Back at you, Gaz, man. Thomas, SS, great take. You got to find a safety. Baki was in college. We still have Rakestraw. Maybe one, if not both of them, could be options. Silver Surfer Lions need safeties and tight ends. That's a fact. Jack, how about that? Trim River. Boyd Maffey, defense fan from Seattle, is a good fit in Detroit. Maybe. Good morning, Johnny Gas, says Trim. Silver Surfer Thomas, I have been hammering about Baki's safety. Use him now. If not, now when? We'll find out. Silver Surfer. Morning, Johnny Gas. C Web, what do you got? Yo, and yo, back to you. Thomas, at my 5 back surgeries, I'm extremely concerned for Laporta. You don't come back from that. We'll find out. Let's see, Eddie. The Lions trade David Montgomery. The Lions better get a first-round pick from him. I don't think that would be a possibility. I don't even think you get a first-round. Maybe for Gibbs, but most NFL running backs won't command a first-rounder. Black Jared Jones, good morning, Duke Crew, and back at you, Silver Surfer. Man, I'm going to enjoy this offseason one day at a time. Probably wise words of thinking right there. Trim Reaper, those poor Russians. Yeah, man, some of the videos, there was one video, I put it on my Facebook. A guy dug to his car, and he dug like a block, a city block under snow, past 4 or 5 other cars just to get to his car. It was that thick and deep. Thomas, SS, about to time we find out on Baki at safety. His only issue is staying on the field. I get college is different than the NFL, but I didn't think he was a very good safety in college. So, I don't know. I'd be more excited about probably Rakestraw, me personally. Let's see. Lions Talk Live fan. We still have Lawrence Strickland safety. I like Strickland. I do like Strickland. Vincent, they got enough vodka to keep them warm. They may need all the vodka to keep them warm. Remember, snow banks are about 8 feet high here. Sorry to hear that. C-Web, Baki, this year's what's up? We'll find out. C-Web, hand over the face. Hookadoo, Trim. It could have been 40 feet. Yeah, some areas are getting hit hard. JK, yeah, those year Russian vodkas, no joke, ended up in jail twice. All right, sorry to hear that. Thomas, Eddie Hiller for Monty. We will be lucky to get a third for Monty. Why? Teams know we're shopping him because in our mind, they don't need him. We can trade leverage. We can trade leverage indeed. That's insane, says Trim Reaper. Motor City Paulie, where are these cap numbers coming from? Sporadic shows them at negative 5 million with 20 million to roll over. That puts the 15 million if you paid those rookies. I'd ask if they are accurate, but from my research, that's what I came up with. So there you go. Trim Reaper, inconceivable. Hey, I know that one. Silver Sir, me too, Mary. Want to see Money stay. He is so essential in his personality. Everyone, everything about him. Yes, I think we all agree. We all like Dave Montgomery. See what vodka and liquors ever gave me withdrawals. Okay. Let's see, Eddie. Brad Holmes is going to spend what Sheila tells him to spend, which cheap, exclamation, cheap, maybe. All the little birdies go cheap. Eddie, as long as the Lions paid cheap, the results will always be the same. I would say they've actually been paying quite a bit. Now, whether or not you want to say in free agency, that's different. But to their own players, I think we all agree they've been resigning them. It's something they always didn't do in the past. JK, left that alone. No mas for me. Trim River, I can't stand dreaming about work. Don't dream about work. Keep Monty, he a part of the heartbeat. I would concur. Joseph, Lions spent $500 million on contracts. Yeah, I think they're spending close to $1 billion on contracts when it's all said and done. Thomas, 2 big questions on our offensive line. Decker coming back. I don't think he will. And getting a quality center. I'd be down with that. Decker is probably done, says Dennis, and I concur. Eddie, we were supposed to get some bad weather conditions down here in Hampton, Virginia. Sorry to hear that. See, Webb, we're going to have problems without Decker. We're going to have to need a new replacement for Decker. Benjamin Brewer, this robbing Peter to pay Paul, end quote, will eventually come back to bite you in the behind. Yes, you're going to be, if they do restructure contracts, you are going to be committing to those people for the length of that contract, more than likely. Same old soup. General rule of thumb is 10 feet per story. Okay, thank you. Average human body falls around 34 feet per second. Yeah, and I'm sure you guys can find the videos online, but man, I don't know what part of Russia that was, but man, those people got buried. Henry Moore Jr., good morning, everyone. Back at you. Leo St. Brown just wanted the fans to relax on the OC and let it play out. That's probably wise words being spoken. All right, we've got about 5 minutes left. Let me power through, try to get people on who haven't been on as much. Dream River, good morning, Henry. You know what we need, Dan? A Sheila. Woo! You know, it's been a while. So let's give you a 1, 2, 3. And there you go. Trim. Oh, yeah, with an exclamation point. Keith, you see all the free agent running backs. I doubt we get a fifth for Monty. That's the other part. It is a position sort of like the wide receiver nowadays, unless you're talking the elite ones, where there's just a gluttony of them. So I don't think you're going to get a ton. I think I gave a fifth rounder in the thesis, I guess you could say. Whether or not you'll be able to actually get that, we'll find out. JK, we're getting another running back also, probably right. C. Webb is pounding. JK St. Brown said most fans don't get it twisted. Come on. All right, I'll go with that. Pat, good morning, Duke Crew. Back at you. Come on to another channel to talk about another creator is lame. I don't know. I give shouts out to there's a lot of good Lions creators, I think. I don't mind giving people shout outs. St. Brown needs a muzzle. All right. Howdy, Pat Amik. All right, we'll go there. Hey, Martinez, Sharon Moore in court again today at 9 a.m. I probably won't even pay attention to it, man. I just wish him well. Wish all parties well. I don't wish ill on anybody. Yeah, I seen that also, Trump, with an exclamation point. Extreme Chef St. Brown is right about us Lions fans. Could be. Crockett, Dre, Bly. Ooh, that's not a bad list, man. Let's see, other people haven't been on as much. Though every wide receiver drops balls. Yeah, they all drop balls at some point. It's unavoidable. Somebody's going to drop them. Joseph, I think Amara is pretty good. I think he is very good. I would agree with there. Vito, a great show, Dan. Everybody like and subscribe and help Dan keep a good vibe. Hey, thank you for that. I do the best I can. I know it will not work for all. Anymore, Junior, St. Brown hand was messed up. I agree with that. He dropped a few. Every receiver drops a ball or two a game. Not all fans know the games and ins and outs. Don't know. It's simple, and it's not a big deal. No, I'm not making a big deal of it. Trade St. Brown. Ooh, that's a different thought there. Extreme Chefs, I think the Lions need to trade dumb fans. We'll see if we can make that happen. C-Web agreed. JK laughing. Keto, Extreme Chef facts. C-Web, best comment. D. Martinez, St. Brown is dumb. Any more? Yep, agreed. C-Web, but he can play football. He can. D. Martinez, how old are you? 12, 13? I don't know their age. Let's see. Extreme Chef, you are dumb if you take offense to St. Brown's comments. All right. Henry Moore Jr., that came at the wrong time, not agreeing with Martin. All right. It happens. Sometimes we don't all agree all the time. Queen Mary, goodbye. Go find yourself something to do. Like Jared Jones, St. Brown was saying fans don't know what we're talking about, but that have had 4 OC since 26. What I missed? Now you know. Knowing's half the battle. C-Web, 50, I'm late for work today. Else stuff. Okay, we'll go there. Trim Reaper, let's see. Hook it to Trim. Get rid of this clown. JK, idiocy can't maybe help from some fake fans. Black Jared Jones, no. I mean, Queen Mary, no. Black Jack, he said some fans don't know ball. Yeah, nothing big. At least, but I haven't seen the podcast or anything, so I'm a little limited what I can say. Keith, though, if you have to check out free agent running backs, go check it out. There are some very nice ones. I don't think we would get a 6 for Montgomery. Yeah, we'll see what kind of price he could bring in. Jess, greetings, salutations, Dan of the Duke Crew, exclamation points, back at you. Queen Mary, Hookadoo, I did message Coach yesterday about helping us. All right, I'll check it out. Sorry, it was a busy day yesterday. Let's see, Bo, happy trails, Duke Crew, all done and dusted for another day. See you tomorrow. We'll see you then. We're gonna do it. Happy trails, Duke Crew, one pride worldwide. Trim Reaver, I don't like wrench someone unless they are rude to coach or Duke Crew members. I'm down with that. Lions fumbled not introducing Drew Pretzing properly at a presser. I think the presser's today, so probably just had to give him time to pack up and move to Detroit, right? Keith, what do you got? Hale, Walker, Williams, ETN, Rico Dobbins, Gainesville, just to name a few free agents. There's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of quality free agents that will be available this year. I'll tell our fan base is like the Scarecrow in The Wizard of Oz. Okay, I'll go there. Trevor, have a great day. Coach and Duke Crew, exclamation point. Let's go, Lions. Woo! Back at you, Queen Mary. Have a blessed and safe day, y'all. See you in the morning. We'll see you then. Let's see. See y'all. Have a good day. You have a safe day. Hope everybody has a good day. Have a great day, Queen Mary. King, what do you got? Keep Monty? I would like to keep Monty. Anymore, have a great day, my friends. I'll chat tomorrow. We'll see you then. If there is breaking news later today, I'll get it to you as soon as possible. Otherwise, if you'd be so kind before the party, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit all the buttons. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Do something kind for somebody you don't know. Be a good human being. And we'll see you all in the next Lions Talk Live. Take care, all. Stay safe.
Excuse me, sir. Would you...
Donations to Reverend Moon.
Jews for Jesus?
Read about Jehovah's Witness. How about Buddhism? How Jerry's kids?
Oh, yeah.
Scientology?
Or nuclear power?